Today's message is learn to let go. Learn to give up control. That took me a while to kind of come to terms with, and I know I'm definitely still grappling with the idea of letting go of everything. Life, I think, will feel a lot more enjoyable and a lot better once you learn. It'll feel a lot more enjoyable and a lot better once you just let go. There's so many expectations that you have of people, how they should act, how they should treat you, what they should be saying, what they shouldn't be saying. And at some point, you need to realize that there's nothing you can do to truly control another person. You can tell them how you feel, you can tell them what you think they should be doing, but at the end of the day, that's up to them. And you can't let that affect you. You can't let that be what decides whether today you're gonna be in a good mood, whether today you're gonna have a good day or not. You can't let that be the case. It's so hard. It feels like you're fighting an actual battle when you feel like you've done so much for another person, for example, and they're not showing up for you in the way that you want them to, or in the way that you deserve, in the way that you think they should be. And sometimes it's they don't want to. Sometimes it's that they don't understand what they're doing. They don't understand that they haven't been showing up for you in the way that they need to. And sometimes it's just truly God saying that, listen, let this thing go. Let this thing go. It's not good for you. And once you actually tune out the noise and tune into the sound of God, like actually speaking to you, you'll understand. And I don't know if all you guys, I don't know if you're religious, if you're not, but you have to hold on to something. You have to hold on to something when you let all those things that have been causing you so much pain, so many sleepless nights, so many tears, when you let go of that, you have to hold on to something. And that for me is God. For you, it may be another belief, but as long as it's not in a person, as long as it's not in a human, you can hold on to an activity, a new hobby. You could try something new, read a new book, go on a walk, do something, but don't hold on to people, because you too may be disappointing someone else. You don't know the role that you play in their life, if that makes sense. But you just need to let go. You need to let go. And I, right now, am in that stage where I feel that I've been fighting for something for so long. I, right now, feel like I'm in that stage where I've been fighting for something for so long. Something that I thought was serving me. But what I learned was I was holding on to the idea and the fantasy of what I wanted the person to be in my life. And I think also holding on to that fantasy is a sign of fear. Definitely is a huge sign of fear, a huge sign of avoidance. Avoiding, for example, committing. I've wanted to commit to building my brand. I have a brand called Through the Alley, where I create a community of people just willing to just live life, live their dreams, and take every day as it comes and just support one another on this journey. creatively especially. But the whole process because the whole process of starting something has been so daunting, I've kind of put that off and put in my energy into I've put my energy elsewhere, and that was into people, friendships that I felt were serving me. Well, I convinced myself were serving me when I knew deep down they weren't. And one thing I genuinely believe is that God won't let there be peace in an area of your life that you're not meant to be in. I truly, truly, truly believe that you will never find rest if you're in a place that you're not supposed to be in. You will never feel comfortable. There's always going to be an issue. And for me, I experienced that where there's issues with people, things that I typically would not care about. I'm starting to have problems with them, having issues with this part, or they're acting a certain way, and now I'm confused. Like, am I crazy? Why am I always having an issue with this when I've never had an issue with people like this in the past? So I tuned that out. I tuned that out for a long, long, long time. Kind of convincing myself that, listen, like, I can make this work. Like, maybe it's me. Maybe I need a change. And definitely, sometimes you do need a change. Don't think that because you're having the problem that you're perfect. No. Sometimes it does require mutual work. And while someone could be like 70-80% wrong, there's still that 20% that you need to fix and the effort that you need to put in to fix yourself. But even then, it was like, okay, I keep having problems with this, but it's okay. Like, I'll work on myself. Maybe this is just me. Maybe they say they've never had problems with other people like this in the past. Maybe it really just is me. And then it just keeps happening. Like, I can't gaslight myself into believing that with time, with effort, things will heal themselves. No. The person can say they're sorry as many times as they want to. They can say that they'll change as many times as they want. But you can't fight what is meant for you. And when you're in a situation that isn't meant for you, you'll know. You'll know. You don't need anyone to tell you. You'll know. It'll feel right. And right now, I'm at the final stage. I was at denial. I was at the anger, the grief, the every part of grief or losing someone. I was at that. But I feel like now I'm at the acceptance stage where it's like, you just watch someone do something to you and you're just like, and don't get me wrong, it can hurt. You can definitely feel emotions, and don't feel ashamed that you feel hurt or you feel that, that little pit in your chest or in your stomach. You can care. You're human. I feel like for so long I tried to think that, I'm past this, I don't care. You can care. You're allowed to have those moments where you feel like, damn, I still care. Yes, it's gonna take a while. It definitely is gonna take a while, especially when you feel like you've invested so much of yourself and so much of your energy and emotions into another thing or person. You can care, and you're going to care for a while. That's just part of life. It's just about working through it, understanding it, and working through it. It's not a linear process. It's not. But it gets better. It does. Like now, for example, there's some times where I feel like I'm being played. I'm being cheated. I'm not being treated right. 100%. But I'm just like, It's not that I let myself get disrespected, no. I just let go. I let go of expectations. I let go of who I thought you were in my mind. I let go. And I try to hold on to myself because that's all I have. And it definitely does get lonely at times. It does. But it's life. And I think one thing I realize is that I'm actually never alone. Firstly, I have God, but there's so many people in my life that I've neglected in the process of chasing something that I thought was meant for me. There's so many people that I didn't realize were actually here all along because I was chasing validation, love, respect from another thing that couldn't give it to me in the way that I needed, in the way that these other people may be able to, in the way that God has been trying to, you know? So it's okay. Letting go is hard. Letting go is so hard. It's so hard. But it's okay. You will be okay. Take each day as it comes. Learn to enjoy life. I think we're not serious about really understanding the blessing that is life. We only get this once. We truly only get this once. When we die, it's not like, okay, a do-over. Let's do this again. Let's do it better. No. We get this once with the people, the experiences that we're privileged to have. We get this once. And I personally will be damned if I let that slip away. So it gets lonely. It gets tough. Just take everything in its stride, one step at a time. That's like one of my biggest mottos, one step at a time. What's meant for you will find you. I believe that. Pray about it. Speak it into existence. Live it. It'll find you. You're not gonna have to fight. You're not gonna have to struggle. You're not gonna have to chase. It's going to fight for you. The person that's meant for you is gonna come. They're gonna fight for you. They're gonna be lucky to have you. The opportunity that's meant for you is going to pick you. It will never pass you by. It can never pass you by. It's gonna look for you specifically. But most importantly, you're gonna be okay. The nights where you feel like, damn, I should call them, or maybe I'm wrong, or I wish this were different, or maybe let me focus on the good parts. No, don't fight it. Because if you're fighting it, you're choosing to stay in the past. You're choosing to let go of your blessings. You're choosing to give up your destiny and the amazing things that come with it. You're choosing that. And I know you don't want to choose that. Go through the fire. Right now, it seems tough. Trust me, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. So just let go. Just let go.